So I grew up in the city of Detroit, Michigan. Um, very, very on the grind, a hustle city. You had to be about your wits. I grew up with the gangsters, the murderers. Meanwhile, my mother was heavily in the Nation of Islam, and then she converted over to the church. We were Pentecostal. I love my city. I love Detroit. I love that everybody's about doing stuff and it's busy. I love that you got to be sharp. I was a 70s kid. Lava lamps and velvet pictures and everybody smoking reefer and militant. I can remember my mom being very prideful in who she was. Even though I was dirt poor and I didn't know it, she didn't make us feel that way. She did an amazing job. And I'm going to miss her. When I was young, all I wanted to do was sing. Wasn't the best singer, but I did it. I did it all the time. And I grew up and did it on a professional scale too, as well. I did acting. I thought I was a star. I toured the country in plays. God Don't Like Ugly was my first play. First professional play. Couldn't tell me nothing. Yeah, those was the days, right? Those was the days. So enough about me. Let's get ready to talk. What do you think about, or what do you feel when you see a big girl with a fine guy? So I posed this question to one of my sisters, Joy Braxton, to see what she was thinking about, how she felt about it. She said some interesting things. So, the question that I posed was, how do you feel, or what do you feel when you see a big girl with a fine guy?
Well, as being younger in my younger days, you know how you're growing up, you tend to see things as a teenager and in your early 20s, and sometimes you make fun of people. And I was one of them. I would say I see the number 10. And I would also, because I wasn't big like I am now, because I am big and beautiful.
That's right.
But I always would see women and their stomach would be sitting in their lap. And I didn't have a stomach. So I was like, I was like, ooh, that is so nasty. But as time went on and I matured, big girl got a stomach though. But big women are beautiful, inside and out. Love has no shape, color, size at all. Love is love. You love a person inside and you love them on the outside.
All right. So I have a friend, Janine Castleberry, and she weighed in on this subject matter too.
Hello, everyone. My name is Janine Castleberry. I am the Regional Director for Nest Child Care and Parent Institute. A little bit about me. I am a wife of 25 years to Theodore Castleberry. I have three beautiful children. I am also a minister. The question was asked, what do you see when you see a big woman with a fine man? Well, I'm gonna tell you my experience as a big woman. I see confidence. I see strength. Um, I see joy. But then on the other hand, I also see a little bit of low self-esteem, uh, depression, um, and insecurity. Um, This is speaking from experience. I have not always been small. I gained a lot of weight after I had my children. So the weight gain kind of did a little something to my mental. However, size doesn't matter. You have to look at the heart of a person, the characteristics of a person, and their honest, what would you say, how they operate, basically. Um, so that's it. That's what I think of seeing a big woman with a fine man.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. You coming up here?
Yes, I am coming up there. I'm actually getting myself together and getting ready to come and talk to you ladies. Did everybody agree to participate? Or you got just a couple?
Just a couple.
Just a couple. Okay, I'll be brief, and I will try not to be too intrusive, but I want them to be honest. Okay, whether it's good or bad, I want them to be honest. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So I have reached out to some of my friends that want to support what we're talking about and what we're doing, what Drama Entertainment is doing with the documentary. And I got granted access to come into an establishment and talk to some women, women, concerning size, concerning plus size women, and what that means. What do they think about themselves? What do they think about plus size women if they're petite? And so we're going to have a good conversation. I'm super excited. I'm actually on my way there, which I told them I was on my way. All right. So we are filming a documentary, and I would love your input on what we are talking about, which is Big Love. That's the title of the documentary. We want to talk about what it is to be maybe plus size, or what experiences you may have had within your life regarding size or all that good thing. But the first question that I always ask all of the people that I'm filming is, what do you feel when you see a fine guy walking with a plus size lady?
I feel like he's being well taken care of, happy, um, fed. Because, I mean, just because a person is big too doesn't mean that they eat a lot. You know, it could be something more genetics or whatever. But a lot of big women that I've encountered and I know can really cook. So I think he's
So, do
being
you
well
think that
taken
that's a
care of.
stereotype that all big women can cook?
No, it could be.
It could be.
I mean, I know some women that's big and don't know how to cook too. But the majority of the big women that I know really know how to throw down in the kitchen. And I feel like he's being taken care of. He's secure and he seems to be confident if he's with her. And like I was saying, hopefully his mental stability is there to handle someone of a plus size.
Okay, now when you say mental stability to handle, to me that kind of insinuates that you have to be something different other than yourself when you with something that looks different than what society is portraying, the petite, the thin. So when you say mental stability, explain a little bit more.
I just feel like dealing with people and dealing with large size women, the man should be really mature enough where he's not going to name call the lady. He's not going to belittle her or embarrass her in front of people. You know, just have a stable mind where he's going to be really the man of the relationship.
Okay, all right. So within your own relationships, prior relationships, do you think that weight was a factor?
No,
No.
I don't feel like weight was a factor. I just feel like the timing was. I never had anybody to mistreat me over weight, but probably just mistreat me over just who I am as a person. You know?
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Carla, for
You're
talking
welcome.
to me. I appreciate it.
Sure, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Cannot force somebody to be with you. And for that, I will always be grateful for their honesty. But it caused me to look at myself in a different way. Like, you got to stop doing this. You have to empower yourself. So I began to empower myself, to tell myself you are worthy of somebody committing to you, to tell myself you are worthy of somebody loving you. You do have value. There's nothing wrong with you. Do not place your value, your time, your efforts into something that is temporary. Right? And so now I'm embarking on this new thing. You know, we embarked on something new where I'm not going to commit my body to something that is temporary. Do we have our days where it's hard? Absolutely. And you say, what does got to do with big love and being in a relationship? Because there's women all over the country that is giving their bodies to men for not just physical gratification, but emotional gratification and mental gratification, because they equate that with love. They equate sex with commitment. They equate sex with, oh, he liked me. And not just seeing it for what it is. And I had to see that. It hurt me to my heart to say no. But I had to do it. Because if not, I'd be a 60-year-old woman with the same issues. I decided that I wanted more for myself. You know what I'm saying? And it just had to be that way. But I get tested and tried because I want that companionship. I want that. And to this day, we're the best of friends. You know, I value our friendship. But you have to accept things for what it is. You know, and that's what you have to do. As women, we are told we have to be a certain way to please men, as if they are the greatest thing on the planet. As women, we are told you have to be submissive to your husband, which I'm an advocate for the man as being the head of the household. You know what I'm saying? But I need you to also be the nurturer of the household. I need you to be the protector of my heart. I need you to be the protector of my mind. I need you to respect me and love me and respect my opinion. But in society, we don't do that. The woman is supposed to just accept your bad behavior and be glad that you even got a man. That's what society tells us. I just shared a post on social media, like this man telling this 40-year-old woman who's celibate that you should be giving it away. Why? Why is that? Why can't you be empowered and be celibate and wait on someone that thinks enough of you to commit? So I'm encouraging my women. This is what all of this is about. It's encouraging you that you don't have to give in. You don't have to settle for a one-night stand. You ain't got to settle for an understanding. You are worth somebody committing to you and saying, I love you and I'm going to be with you for the rest of my life. You are that good. You are that valuable. And you are. But we diminish ourselves when we just keep giving pieces of ourselves in moments to individuals who ultimately could care less. Could ultimately shake you off in one conversation and don't be bothered with you forever. That's how much you mean to them. Meanwhile, you move in the world for them emotionally, and they could care less. So value yourself. Don't let a man come in your house and just do what they do and leave you. You don't hear from them, and and they just treat you like a dirty rag. That's not love. That's usury. That's being taken advantage of. We are women. We are givers of life. Life creates in us. We're unique. We are to be loved and respected and lifted up, you know, in the eyes of our men that say they love us. We deserve that, you know. But I see that society has degraded the woman to a pic on Instagram, a flick, a whore. But you are so much more than that. You don't have to show your body on social media to get attention. You don't have to show your body on Facebook to get money to survive. Something is broken in you that make you feel like you got to degrade yourself for anything or anyone. And my thing is, I want, if you get anything out of this documentary, I want you to understand that you have value, that you have worth. And it's somebody out there that's going to see that worth. And you don't have to degrade yourself. You don't have to stifle yourself. You don't have to settle for anything and wrong treatment. And you don't have to do that. You ain't got to settle for nobody calling you a whore, treating you like a whore, treating you like a continual one-night stand on a loop. You are so much more than that. And I hope that my story and the stories of other people in this documentary and their relationships will help women across this country. You remember that you can only stop or allow things in your life that you want to stop and allow. You know what I'm saying? Your only failure is what you allow things to fall apart in your life. You can't. What I'm trying to say is, you can stop. You know what I'm saying? That cycle of all these one night stands and these hookups and being verbally abused and physically abused. You can stop that. All you have to do is empower yourself.